contractor. Well, in this case, the Global Hawk was built for the military, but the first phase of those drones were then provided to the folks at NASA who are working with the NOAA group to track storms like Hurricane Gaston.
No other aircraft could get out there except for the Global Hawk.
Developed by Northrop Grumman, the Global Hawk was produced for the military.
So this is one of those first 7 aircraft, and we've taken it and modified it to be a science support airplane.
These drones can fly high and stay up for a long time.
Nice thing about Global Hawk is it can fly at very high altitude for a very long period. So we fly up above 60,000 feet, and we dispatch it for 24-hour flights.
And that's why the folks at the Hurricane Center love them.
So we're able to fly right over the top of the storm at 60,000 feet, peering down and dropping mini drop-ons, basically a little mini weather station to give us everything we want to know about the storm: pressure, humidity, temperature, the winds, things that the Hurricane Center wants to know, but they don't have the observations without a platform like the Global Hawk.
Information can be shared in real time.
The great thing about the Global Hawk is that we're transmitting all that data in real time. So the Hurricane Center was getting it on the fly during the mission, and all the modeling centers were able to ingest the data from those drop-ons.
This is a tool the Hurricane Center has never had.
And you're looking at a plane that can provide information that other planes can't, and in places, get us data in places where other aircraft cannot get to.
And time is what you need when you're getting ready for a hurricane.
You're also able to provide information to the models about where it's going to go, how strong is it going to be when it gets there. So then you're affecting how folks may or may not have to evacuate out ahead of a storm.
And when you can prepare for a hurricane that might be bringing flooding to an area, you'll save a lot of lives as well as quite a bit of money. These drones will also be able to fly over storms in the northern hemisphere during the winter to give scientists and weather forecasters a much better insight to what those storms will do. We'll send it back.
This is a bit of technology that the center is working on that is in Air Force F-16s today. Technology we developed. What the pilot's doing here is actually trying to hit the ground. He's actually flying his airplane as close to the rocks as he can get it, and actually flying intercept paths with the ground. The auto GCAS technology was developed at our center and fielded in all Air Force F-16s 2 years ago. And in the last 2 years, we've got 4 unclassified recorded saves, either in training or in strikes against ISIS in Syria. So this is a bit of technology that we've installed in aircraft that actually stop them, prevent the aircraft from hitting the ground. But you saw in the video, the pilot's able to have absolute control, tactical control, flying through the rocks, flying as close as he wants to the rocks, unless it's going to hit, and then we take over and prevent the pilot from doing that. This is technology we'd love to see in every Southwest airline, although they have the best safety record in the entire industry, I believe, still stands. But control flight into terrain is the biggest contributor to accidents in aviation, which is the safest way to travel. But it could further improve safety by importing this technology we built for military applications into civil transport. So incredible capability. We had a couple pilots come over and talk to us last month, a couple pilots who were involved in these saves, and without this technology, they'd be dead today. This is like a police officer pulling the lead slug out of his Kevlar vest. Without that Kevlar vest, he'd be dead. And so this is the kind of technology that's out there actually saving lives today and could move into civil transports. We're continuing to support space activities with continued flight of Sierra Nevada's Dream Chaser spacecraft. That'll be flying here at the center after this winter. Pedro talked about the Sophia. It's a Boeing 747 aircraft, large aircraft, carries a 2.7 meter infrared telescope in the aircraft, 20-ton telescope that opens to the atmosphere above 40,000 feet. We open up to the atmosphere above 40,000 feet so we can be above about 95% of the moisture in the atmosphere. And infrared energy is blocked by moisture in the atmosphere. So we're taking observations with this flying telescope as we would in space with the Hubble Space Telescope in an environment that you can't get on the ground. Looking at the structure of the galaxy, interstellar medium, how the galaxy and planets formed. And this is just a little bit of the science data. We're looking for signs of life, the elements that enable life. It's a flying chemical observatory. So we're able to look at chemicals in water as in star-forming regions. We're able to look at the center of our galaxy because infrared, we can look through the dust in the atmosphere. So the bottom center picture is the first real picture we have of the black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy. Shows a structure, organized structure around the black hole in a diameter of about 30 trillion miles. And so at that size, we're able to see matter coalesce into actual stars as it falls into the black hole, and seeing stars travel around the center of the galaxy at about 9/10 the speed of light. So really bending what we know about physics and the limits of physics today. So that is just a little bit about what we do. And I guess one of the kickers for you, for the business community, is technology. The technology we develop for NASA enables our mission, whether it's looking at astrophysics, making aircraft safer, or traveling with humans to space, studying the Earth. All that technology is developed for you, for the American industrial base. All that technology is available at techport.nasa.gov. So whether you're a small company or a big organization, that technology is for you, for the American industrial base. Many of our technologies that we've developed over the years for aircraft applications end up in healthcare, in agriculture, in materials for automobiles, communications. So as a small business, as a tech company, please take a look at that. So as you can see, the future for NASA and the future for our center is bright. We continue a very robust level of support of flight activity and research. And for those of you involved in politics, state and local, keep in mind that aerospace for the state of California, the aerospace sector of the California economy, is larger than entertainment and agriculture combined in the state of California. And so I don't think we get that recognition at the top levels and the need to maintain the aerospace industrial base here. And to do that, we need people. We've been here for 70 years, great people all along, and we still have a great staff that enable that. But along with that staff, we need you. These are just a few of the companies here in San Diego County who support us locally and support NASA nationwide. So we applaud you for the work you all do in enabling what you saw in this presentation, both nationwide for NASA and for our center. So thank you.
Well, that concludes our presentations. Let's give a round of applause to our two speakers, Leah and David. What a great job. I have one announcement. If any of you pulled a bag that has an award equipment and it belongs to Tim Nader, and can you make sure you give it to South County, a representative of South County EDC? And one last thing, thank you very much for everything. I wanted to announce that on October 6th, the South County EDC has its elected official reception in Imperial Beach. If you ever wanted to have an opportunity to talk to elected officials, that's the opportunity. October 6th in Imperial Beach. Thank you very much. We appreciated your attendance. Hope you had a great time.